Greetings to all our brothers and sisters watching us from all over the world, all of you who are supporting this current revolution that we are seeing in Africa. Thank you so much for being part of this community that we are trying to grow. If you are not part of us, please kindly subscribe, kindly like the videos, kindly share the videos so that we can reach a wider audience. So guys, just the other day we reported on Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed requesting or appealing for a direct access to Red Sea from Eritrea and Djibouti. So this was just a suggestion from him where he was in a televised speech really requesting these guys to give at least Ethiopia, because we know Ethiopia is landlocked and they would love to have direct access to the Red Sea so that they can make it easy for imports and exports to the country and outside of the country.
We want somewhere to build a port.
So we have recently seen Djibouti, Eritrea and Somalia saying no, that cannot be possible. We will not allow this to happen. So I want to read from this article just a little so that you understand the matter and where it's going. Djibouti joined Eritrea and Somalia in rejecting an appeal from Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to grant his country direct access to a port on the Red Sea, one of the world's busiest shipping routes. Our two countries have always maintained strong, friendly relations, said Alexis Mohammed, a senior advisor to Djiboutian President Ismail Omar Guelleh. But you should also know that Djibouti is a sovereign country and therefore our territorial integrity is not questionable, neither today nor tomorrow. So we are seeing a situation where Djibouti is feeling like, no, if we allow Ethiopia to do this, it means that we are threatening our sovereignty, we are threatening our territorial boundaries. I always took the stand that this would feel like an invasion to these countries, because if you tell me that you want to have a port in a foreign country just by the mere fact that you are landlocked and you feel like you deserve to have, okay, not deserve, but you wish to have a port where you can do your own import and exports from there, then to me it's like, who are you blaming for finding yourself in a landlocked country? Because we know these boundaries were not imposed on us by us. It was the colonialists who did this to us. So the only solution that I had for this situation was remove the boundaries. Let us start afresh and see how we can work now without these boundaries. Because if you have to remove the boundaries, it means that Ethiopia has access to the port, Ethiopia, even to the north of Africa, to the south, you can still access, but with some agreements that will be in place once we have removed the boundaries. So I still maintain that, no, Ethiopia, for this one, I think you're taking it too far. Maybe we can start from where the problem is, not to cure the symptoms. What do you think?
So, this is what I think. They are saying no to Ethiopia. But if we look at Djibouti, they said yes to China. If we look at Somalia, they have said yes to United Arab Emirates. They have said yes to Turkey. Okay? So, are they saying no to Ethiopia because it's their brother, black brother?
Who will win?
Are they saying this? So because they are saying Somalia will grow at a very high rate if they decide to do that.
Ethiopia will grow.
Yeah, Ethiopia will grow at a very high rate if they decide to do this, and they are selfish. Because if there's one thing that kills Africans is selfishness towards each other. Because if you are able to give China, that is Djibouti, and I think they revoked it in 2018, but still China has an Navy camp in the port of Djibouti. If you are able to give Turkey in Berbera, in Mogadishu or Berbera, and UAE in Mogadishu or Berbera, I'm not very sure. If you are able to give them, what are you benefiting from them? And you remember, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia said this. He said, I can give you a part of the best company that you want. If it's Ethiopian Airlines, if it's Ethio Telecom, or I can give you land.
Even shares in the great
the great Ethiopian Renaissance. He said you can take 30%. You see, which would have been very beautiful if I was giving an example of Djibouti. It's crazingly hot, and they have no food, no water. Actually, they get water from Ethiopia. If the Djibouti government said, I'm going to give you 2 200 acres, and you are going to give me 500 acres in the Ethiopian highlands, so that we farm our food there.
You have the port.
You have the port. You create your own port. And as long as we remain that you own the port, I will remain to own the land. And I was giving an example, we can call it a parable, in which we have two farmers. One is located in a very marshy area where he can grow arrowroots or taro, and there's another one who is in a high area where he grows bananas. So they can decide, hey, I would like to grow taro. Why don't you give me an area to grow taro, and I give you an area to grow bananas, rather than me growing and maybe I'm not doing very well and selling it to you, and it's trade still work, but it would be even better if I'm putting my hands on the craft itself. So what I'm thinking is, because he said that we are ready to do a discussion with these countries to get a port, I think it would have been very good if they considered before saying no to this proposition.
I'm seeing a situation where these three countries do not see eye to eye in not just this issue. Maybe this was just an issue that evoked the emotions or the tension. I don't want to call it tension.
Yeah, because
tension.
Abiy just when he came to power, that is when he brought Eritrea and Ethiopia together. They've been at war, and he's even talking about the saying, we are brothers. We eat the same food, our music are the same. When you look at language, they speak Tigrinya. The people in the Tigray region of Ethiopia speak Tigrinya. We are brothers, which is true.
For some people who don't know how to differentiate, you think this is
we are the same. And actually, even the people from Djibouti look just the same.
Yeah. So what I'm saying here is that I'm seeing a situation where we have tension that is being evoked by now this small issue, whereas I see it in my eyes.
It's a very genuine issue.
It's small but big. When you talk about sovereignty, when you talk about territorial, boundaries, that is something huge for countries. But when you compare this situation to the Sahel, we always do that because they are now serving as a reference for Africa. These are people who had the same problem within their territories, terrorism and France. What did they do?
They
joined together hands, and they said, in order for us to be one big state or one big economy, we need to work together. We need to get rid of the problem. Who is our problem? What is our problem? France. What have they done? Get rid of France. All right? And then now we are seeing a situation where they are fighting terrorists. Okay, now that they've removed the...
And it's not just military.
Yeah?
They are also... We just saw yesterday where Niger was giving these countries diesel to relieve them.
That is where I'm going.
Exactly, because they are helping each other.
Exactly.
We are brothers.
Now that they have fought this France, they are fighting terrorism, they are looking at other avenues of developing themselves.
Nuclear energy.
You see, all of them, we've seen them, everyone is like, I'm also building. It's like, it looks very funny, but it's something so big that in the next 5 years, we will be shocked to realize that, wow, we have been sleeping when the Sahel states have really been working. Yeah. And you guys are fighting over some small port or some small area around the port, which you could have easily joined hand and maybe seen which way could this work. We know that Niger is a landlocked country.
All three are landlocked.
But look at this thing, if it was to grow into this big economy, such that these countries which are around the port realize that this thing has grown. What do you think will happen? They will join. Will the port be a big issue?
No.
It will not, because this is now something that is just allowing our goods to serve our people. We are doing this thing for our people. So that is where the problem is for these three countries, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Eritrea. You guys need to find out what is really the issue between the three of you. Fight it and get a solution.
Yeah, but if this goes to Ethiopia, if they don't allow you to have a piece of port, remember Kenya still has you in her. This brotherhood which was created between Haile Selassie and Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of Kenya. And it's like they said, we always have each other backs. And we have LAPSET. I think LAPSET will give you that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And the progress is wonderful. LAPSET is moving fast. I think by 2030 it should be complete.
And Ethiopia is a big economy. These guys are doing very well for the economy. We've seen the allies just shining amongst the rest in Africa. So there's so much really to benefit from. Djibouti and Eritrea could benefit a lot from giving this
from the market.
access. Yeah.
And my idea of Abiy wanting to have a port, when you are landlocked, you miss a chance to have a navy. A navy is very important. You miss a chance of building your own ships, and you miss a lot of chances of many things that are associated with having an ocean closer to you.
So with them having this big airline in Africa, some of these things need to be transported by ship. The spare parts, some of these things need to be transported. They are heavy machineries. They need to be transported by ship. So when they have to always come and beg, for you guys to receive their goods and see how they take them into their country, it's also something that pulls their economy back or pulls them back. So by them having that, it will also benefit them in that way, and still benefit you, because this is not free.
It's not free.
Like I'm just taking your land and that's it. So guys, I am seeing a big problem here that needs to be fixed before we can even look at ports and all of these things. What do you think?
But I'm seeing selfishness in hindsight.
All right, let us know what you are seeing, guys.
But they should not deter Ethiopia from
trying
from reaching its goal of development.
Yeah, guys, let us know, what are you seeing here? Are you seeing selfishness? Are you seeing a deeper problem than what we are just seeing in the surface area? We would like to hear from you in the comment section down below, and please don't forget to like the video, share the video. If you're Ethiopian, let us know what the feeling is on the ground. If you're Djibouti, you're from Djibouti, if you're from Eritrea, what is going on? Why can't you guys just give them a piece of it?
And please, guys,
Too much to ask.
let us not fight. We are brothers and sisters. We have different commentaries and feelings. Let us not fight
and
about
enlighten us, because we don't know what is really deep in the ground. So please enlighten us on this situation. Alright, so we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.